I have been very patient because of my former relationship with her. But now she's crossed my red line. I will not accept building a brand for over 40 years for just somebody to tarnish my image. And because of my previous relationship, it will make people believe that whatever she's saying is true. And there's no iota of truth of what she's saying.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, we are still here with Mr. Rex Omar, still talking about Gamro and its related issues. Now, before we went on break, we were talking about Mr. Kojo, the late Mr. Kojo Akwabwa, and the issues pertaining his ailment and death and stuff that has got to do with Gamro. He was blind. So how was he able to reach out to you via mobile phone, talking about you sending money through mobile money?
Blind people can talk.
I mean, who used his phone? Who helped him?
He spoke to me. As for who used his phone, I mean, he always has people around him, either his wife or anytime he comes to Gamro, he comes with somebody. In most cases, he comes with his wife. And there are several occasions that he's been there once or twice that I was there, because as I say to you, as I told you, I don't work at Gamro, so I'm not always there. But there are 2 occasions that he came to meet me there, and even before he gets his money, I say, then he will go to see the CEO, and we had that kind of relationship. So. Yes, so Kojo spoke to me as to who used his phone or who, that one I don't know.
Because Akosua was saying something yesterday that his wife said she was the one who placed the call. And then she was trying to confirm the fact that that amount, that 250 amount, was indeed sent through the Momo and that she was there.
Akosua Agyapong is a manipulator. And I'm telling you that our mode of operation in Gamro, it is impossible for a member to call and say, I'm ill. And based on what anybody will send any money anyway. You see, they speak as if Gamro is some useless structure. Gamro it's got a very solid organization, management team. You have accounts department, you have legal department, you have documentation, you have licensing department. So member cannot just call, oh, I'm ill, I'm not feeling fine, and then somebody will send money. Who did he call to start with? You should have asked Akosua Agyapong that. Who did Akwabwa's wife call? Did he speak to the CEO? Who did he speak to that monies were given to him by Momo? By what? Because Gamro, even when you come to request for assistance, you have to bring a document, a letter requesting for assistance with prescription or whatever, and it will go through the welfare committee. And the welfare committee will analyze it, evaluate it, and see how much Gamro can assist you with. They will minute on it and send it to the CEO. CEO will look at it. Then they show it to me. Because the welfare money is not part of the 30% that is supposed to be used to administer the organization. So there's a special committee for welfare. Ask any Gamro member. They will tell you, sometimes you will request for assistance. It can take up to maybe sometimes even 2-3 weeks. That is even if Gamro will assist you. Some of them, it takes 3 months. So for somebody to just say that and then Kojo Akwabwa called and then they send him Momo, it's a lie. There's nothing like that in our records. It's a lie. So you see, why is it that anytime somebody dies, that is where Akosua Agyapong comes? He did the same thing when Anampedu died. She's been doing that because in her mind, Gamro is some association that being managed in a very, very incompetent manner that somebody can just call and people send money.
Is there any system that allows royalties to be sent to a next of kin in case an artist or a musician dies?
Exactly.
Is there any structure like that?
Exactly. Because before you become a member of Gamro, you would have filled the form and you would have filled who your next of kin is. We don't wait for you to die before you come and tell us who your next of kin is. From the day you are registering, the form you filled, your next of kin name and everything is there. And even after your death, we have members who had 3 wives, 4 wives, or different children with different women. When they die, we call the family, we explain everything to them. So we document as to if it is 10 cedis that is coming, how the money will be distributed to the various groupings. Gamro is a well-structured organization. It's not some wishy-washy organization just like Akosua Agyapong wants people to believe. So whatever she's saying has no merit, has no proof, and I believe that very sooner or later, people will get to know who she truly is.
Okay. Why was your license withheld?
The license, I wouldn't even use the word withheld. Withheld means you are doing something wrong and then somebody deliberately or the regulator is deliberately withholding your license. Gamro has received the first license in its inception. Gamro renewed its license the second time because the license is renewed every 5 years based on the law. This is the 3rd time Gamro is renewing its license. The law is categorical, clear as to what any CMO must do to be able to get a license, and the same procedure is what the law says you should do for a renewal. The same set of documents that we sent to get the first license is the same thing that we did to renew the license 5 years ago. It's the same thing we have done this time. As for the reasons why the license have delayed, we did not know until recently, I think 17th of May or so, that Attorney General through the Corporate Office sent a letter as to why and the things that they want us to do before they give us the license. And all the 3 things they wanted us to do was not based on the law. It's not based on any logic. It is something that I don't understand why.
What do you think triggered those?
Because Attorney General is in bed with the few disgruntled members who call themselves something Gamro. You say they have a name that they call themselves. I can't even remember. Akosua Agyapong and her people. They came out with proposals or recommendations. Their recommendations to the Attorney General's office was 3. 1, do a thorough audit or forensic audit of Gamro from 2012, that is its inception, to 2017. Write a new constitution for Gamro and do capacity building to help Gamro's organizational structure. These were the 3 recommendations.
So until the recommendations are met, you still won't be able to function or operate?
No, let me tell you, let me end. You see, I've gone through this trajectory for you to understand the recommendation they are asking us to do so that when I get there, you'll understand. So now, after our board has been elected and we started working, these people went back to court saying that the day of election or the day before the election, they served our lawyers that election must not come on. Me, I didn't know anything about it. I wasn't part of the election committee. So the court ruled that, okay, the board that has been elected, that is working, is null and void. So the board must be set aside. So from the day of the judgment, I told my people that we have been set aside. We are no longer a board. So the judge, according to the judgment, Gamro must revert to where it used to be. Where it used to be was there were directors before the board was elected. So where it used to be means that the directors must continue until the case is heard. This is where we are now. Now, all these things have nothing whatsoever to do with our license. The license says, do your audited report, show that you have at least 2 offices in 2 regional capitals, minimum, and show us your membership list. We've done all that. So for Attorney General through Corporate Office by 17th May sent us a letter telling us that, listen, the only way they will give us our license is first, we who are defendants, Gamro, all the court cases, they sent us over 6 court cases, all of them have been thrown away. It's left with 1. And which is the one? The injunction that court threw away, they have done an appeal. That is the only case pending, and it will be heard, I think, 30th this month. Attorney General is asking us that we, the defendants, must team up with the applicants or plaintiffs to go and take the case from court. Now, some are from court, maybe they could just in court. So until we do that, they are not going to give us our license. What has that got to do with the law? Put that one aside. The election committee that is in court with us, the old election committee that was dissolved by the EGM, we should bring them back. Based on what law? The constitution you yourself subvised for Gamro says that the highest decision-making body is the AGM, the General Assembly. The General Assembly has dissolved an election committee, and you are asking us, the directors that were appointed by the same General Assembly, to go and bring usurp the powers of the General Assembly to go and bring the election committee that has been dissolved. Based on what law? And what has that got to do with the LI? What has that got to do with what Gamro is supposed to do to get his license?
Why is the interest in this?
You have to ask AG. Third, they say we should do what? There's a third one. That is not here nor there. So we are saying that if what you are asking us to do has anything to do with law, of course we will oblige. Or if what you are asking us to do has anything to do with logic, in the interest of the industry or Gamro, we will do it. But as, with all due respect to the Office of the Attorney General and the Corporate Office, what they are asking us to do is not based on law, it's not based on logic. They are asking us to do something that is very, very wrong. What they are asking us to do, if we do it, what is going to happen is, now they are going outside of the law to use their own discretion. Yes, the third one, they say we should go back to follow the AC Sutherland's committee's roadmap. What is the roadmap? The roadmap says go and do constitution. You've done it. The roadmap says do audit report. You've done it. The roadmap says do election. We've done everything. So why are you asking us to go back to do something that we have already done? You yourself have already done some 2-3 years ago. Why? So it is clear that it's like somebody deliberately trying to frustrate you. And they've held this license for over almost 1 year. And the very time they decided to withhold the license is the time Akosua Agyapong started going from radio station to radio station like an artist who has released an album and doing media tour. Jumping from radio station to radio station saying that don't pay Gamro, they don't have a license. Don't pay Gamro, they don't have a license. And why do they have a license? Because people they are in bed with are supporting them withholding the license.
And really, are they not paying? Have they heeded to what?
Yes, because already 80% of prime music users in Ghana do not pay. That's what people do not understand. It's not easy to collect money from music users in Ghana. It is a very difficult task. Can people have a saying, say, Ntontom penasifiako? They don't want to pay already. So if one of your members comes out and say that the organization is not even legitimate, they don't have a license, so don't pay. Look, to the extent that some of our staff go out and they are beaten. Nobody is paying, including the national broadcaster. We have been in court with GBC for how many years now? 4 years. For 7 years, GBC has not paid it to Gamro. We are in court with Hoteliers Association. You see, so...
But she said Gamro is still receiving royalties despite all these, taking monies from these
But there's no law that bars Gamro from taking money. If I'm a driver, you've issued me a license. I know my license is about to expire. Okay? If I bring you my license to renew for me, and you, the renewal authority, have not renewed my license, yet you have not come to tell me that I've done something wrong, and that is why you have not been able to renew my license, does it stop me from driving? No. I'm still a driver. I've done my work to bring you my license for renewal. So if you are delaying for the renewal, it doesn't stop me from driving. I'm still a driver. So if the law is categorical, if Attorney General feels that Gamro has done something wrong and want to revoke our license, they should write us a letter. That's what the law says. They should write Gamro a letter to explain to us why they are revoking our license, give us the opportunity to come and defend ourselves, and if we are not able to convince them according to the law, they should write to the general public that Gamro's license has been revoked and they should gazette it. Until they do that, Gamro is still a legitimate collective management organization, the only in Ghana to collect music for music rights. But in any case, as they are withholding our license, delaying the license deliberately, and allowing Akosua Agyapong to go from radio station to radio station and saying that they shouldn't pay. So, are they legitimizing piracy? Are they, by their action, for withholding our license or delaying our license, and Akosua Agyapong going around that people shouldn't pay? So now people who are using music and are not paying, does their action make them right? Or their action is also making them flout the laws? That is what is going. It's not about Rex Omar. In Gamro, we don't do politics there. What they are doing, they are actually killing the music industry. The whole of Africa, if they care to know, I'm telling them, the whole of Africa, it is only Gamro that has been able to take all the giant telcos to court and have won the case. As we are being congratulated by other countries, our own country is crippling Gamro. Tomorrow, Rex Omar will walk away. Then what have you achieved? You think killing Gamro will touch me? No. Because the work I'm doing is what do I call it? Is too much. I am not paid by Gamro. The only thing they do is giving me some few coins for fuel. I use my own car to work for them. I use this same knowledge that I'm giving out. Elsewhere, I'll be paid for it. The last tour I went, any country that I went, I did 1 hour lecturing on these issues, and I was paid for it. You know, so the whole situation is, I don't understand what is going on. I don't understand. You know, so these Akosua Agyapong issues and this and this and this and that is no here nor there. And I'm saying again, if she has any evidence that anybody has stolen any money from Gamro, the police station is there. Stealing is criminal. It's criminal offense. To go and report, make a report that Rex Omar, they are stealing money. Let them come and arrest me. Until she does that, I know what to do.
So how far have you gone with the lawsuit against her?
My lawyers have written to her. We are giving her 14 days. 14 days to go back to all the radio and TV stations and all the platforms that for over 5 years she's been defaming me, she's been assassinating my character. I have kept quiet because I was leading an organization she is a member. I have kept quiet because I had a previous relationship with her as a colleague. But I've come to realize that she doesn't value all that, and she's desirous to tarnish my hard-won reputation for over 40 years. Hard work, building my brand. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an artist, I'm a producer, I'm a politician. I will not allow Akosua Agyapong to destroy my hard-won. Right now, when my children go out, I cannot allow this to happen. So until she goes to all these radio stations and withdraw what she's been saying about me, calling me a thief, and apologize publicly through all the radio stations and ask them to pull all those useless interviews from their YouTube channels, they think they can assassinate my character for views. Until she does that, the court is there for all of us. If we go to court and the court states she has the right, without any evidence, to tarnish my image, so be it.
And lastly, she made a claim about the royalties you presented to, I think, was it last year, to Shatawale. She said those royalties were not coming from Gamro. They came from a foreign...
She is ignorant. I keep saying that, you know, sometimes I feel ashamed that I used to work with her. She did not learn anything. Sometimes when she's talking about these issues, I feel so much ashamed. What is the work of a CMO? We have something that we call reciprocal agreements. The organizations like Gamro, there are over 250 around the globe. So Gamro is not there to collect royalties for only Ghanaians. Gamro is there to collect royalties for every music usage. And as it collects, if all structures were right, Gamro will send the foreign music that we have used in Ghana. Gamro will send the money to those who those monies belong to, as they also send ours. So Gamro has signed a reciprocal agreement with a South African company called Kapaso. Kapaso does mechanical royalties online and whatever. Is it Akosua Agyapong who signed the agreement with Kapaso? If I sign an agreement with an organization to help me collect monies for my members, and the monies come in the name of my members and I give the money to the members, what is she talking about? The money was not collected by Gamro. But did she sign the agreement with Kapaso? Why didn't Kapaso bring her the money? She's talking ignorantly. Kapaso is not the only company we have signed an agreement with. We signed with various, some of them we intentionally do not want to sign because we check the music usage balance. For example, if you go and sign a reciprocal agreement with Nigeria, you end up collecting all the monies and send to Nigeria because Ghanaians play Nigerian music more than Ghana. So all the monies that you collect based on the logs, you realize that maybe 50% of the money belongs to Nigerians. So you have to send the money to them. So you play dilly-dally. It's a business that we're doing. My preoccupation is to protect my members. If she doesn't understand these things, just I keep saying, and I don't want to, you see, running a collective management in a third world country is a very difficult thing because first and foremost, the people you are going to collect the money from don't understand why they have to pay you. The state of Ghana is still sleeping when it comes to collective management. If the state of Ghana is not sleeping today, we don't have any law in Ghana that says that if music is played 1 minute or 10 seconds, this is how much they're supposed to pay. So music usage is not tied to the money they're supposed to pay. There's no law. Gamro doesn't do laws. All we can do is to lobby for laws to be done. Gamro is not the only collective management in Ghana. We are 3. Gamro is for music. ASOG is for audiovisuals. Copy Ghana is for literary work. None of them's licenses have been renewed. Have you seen have you heard any of their members going on television and say that, oh, our license is not renewed, so don't pay? It's only people like Akosua Agyapong that will be doing this. So now that she's been going around that people should not pay Gamro, and by so doing, people are not paying Gamro. And because of that, this June, we are not able to distribute. Is it me that is hurting? Or is he hurting the numerous 5,000 members? Maybe she's rich. But there's somebody sitting in some village somewhere who did some music some time ago. The 200 or the 300 that will go to that person means a lot to that person. But because of what you're doing, and because of the Attorney General and Copyright Office actions, these people are being denied. So they are not hurting me. They are not hurting the board members or the directors of Gamro. They are not hurting the administration of Gamro. They are destroying the music industry. And I want to tell Attorney General that they should not make a mistake and they should play their role as arbiter, as a regulator, based on law, not based on anybody's whims. If the framers of Ghana's constitution wanted people to use their whims to make decisions, like they will see your face, oh, I don't like your face, you cannot be this, you cannot go for parliament. Oh, no, you are this, so I don't want you to. That is why we have laws. Gamro is run by laws, so we are following the law. Of course, an organization, human institution, we have over 5,000 members. Definitely there will be court issues. Definitely. So are you going to say that anytime any Gamro member takes Gamro to court, you will come and tell us that until we bring the case from the court, you will not issue us our license? But Attorney General, are they court? Even him, Attorney General, doesn't people take them to court? So the court, even if I have a problem with my own brother, my own son, even my own wife, in constitution, in a rule of law, country that is governed by rule of law, the best place to solve problems is in court. You yourself, you told these people some time ago to go and withdraw the case from the court. Did they? They didn't. Why are you coming to tell us to withdraw the case from court before you give us our license? How sensible is this?
Okay, this has been a thorough discussion here on Talkertainment here on GhanaWeb TV. Mr. Rex Omar, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
We come your way another time. Till then, be good and stay blessed.